Hi, Sam here, and thanks for joining me. Today on Salon Sense, our special guest is Kristie Valenzuela from crystalfocus.com. Kristie, thanks for taking the time out of your busy schedule to swing by the studio and have a little interview with me. There's one particular question. It's all about retail, and you and I know how important retail is when you're behind the chair and as a salon owner. So the question is, what is the best way to close a retail sale? Because I know a lot of stylists are out there, Sam, you know, I have a difficult time retailing, or they might have the mentality, I tend to lean more towards the artistic side than the sales side. What advice can we give these people?
Well, first of all, retail is an important part of the salon business as a whole. It's the health of a salon business to have your retail sales at least 15% or greater. We're really reaching for about 20 to 25% of the cash drawer in a salon business to be in retail sales. The other portion to be salon service sales. As a service provider, why you need to understand retail sales is simply because it's about customer care. It's about the client experience. It's about the client going home with the products they need to recreate the look that you just did. So that's why it's important to both the salon and the service provider, okay? Now, I just want to back up because you asked a very important question, and it's the same way everyone asked. How do we close the retail sale? Well, I'm going to back you all the way up, and I'm going to say, how about if we start opening the retail sale? Now, this isn't even anything that our salon industry has really thought of or heard of. But if you think about your shopping experience in the mall, and you walk into a clothing store, are they opening the sale? You betcha.
Yes,
the person
right
standing
away
there folding the sweaters, right? Do you know they folded the same sweater like 1,800 times in the last hour? The reason why they're up there is because they're the greeter. They're there as a human signage to point you in the right direction that jeans are on sale. Buy one, get one half off, right?
Nordstrom's does that a lot.
Absolutely. Everywhere you go does that. I want you to start paying attention to that because everyone is doing that except for us. So opening the sale is super important. So let me tell you some areas that we can open the sale.
Right,
and then
that was going to be a question of mine.
I know, and then I'm going to get to closing the sale.
Okay.
But opening the sale. First of all, did you know that we can open the retail sale on the phone?
How?
So let's say we're taking a appointment,
Yes.
okay, for next week for a cut and color with one of our top stylists. Before we hang up the phone, if we know that we have Redken Color Extend on sale, before we hang up, we might say, okay, we'll see you next Tuesday at 4 o'clock with Jackie for your cut and color. Just so you know, we have Redken Color Extend on sale. Check it out when you come in.
Oh, I love that.
Right? Opening the sale. Super easy. And really, when it comes off your tongue, practiced, okay, but not robotic, and it will sound like customer care. So it's really just sounding like you're presenting an opportunity for the client.
Genuine care and plugging in the thought.
Absolutely.
So that when they do come in, they're going to mention something probably to their service provider.
Absolutely. So that's the first area we can open the sale.
So that's, we're talking about open. Okay, great.
The second place we can open the sale still is many salons are confirming appointments 24 to 48 hours before that guest comes in.
Yes.
Right?
And that's important. Very critical.
It's very important if we want to have them show up, right?
Yes,
and
right.
it's something that our industry has done for years, so we can't miss it. So on that confirmation call, we can also remind them of the sales. Now, if maybe it's Color Extend that's on sale, maybe there's a specific promotion like buy any 2 products, go into a drawing to win. That's left on the message because let's face it, we're leaving a lot of voicemails, right? So you call, confirm the date and the time, you leave the special right on the voicemail.
Love it.
Yeah, so
Another way
that's
to
the
open
second
it.
area. Now the third area we can open the sale is finally when that client walks into the salon. So they check in for Jackie for their cut and color and say, has anyone told you about the Redken Color Extend sale? Ask Jackie if it's right for you when you go back. See how I just gave permission to the service provider?
Right.
Because they might not want them in Redken. Maybe they want them in Redken Extreme, or maybe they want them in Pureology or something like that, right? So it gives permission back there. So opening the sale, when we do that from the front, we're going to see sales go up. Do you believe that's true?
You bet it is.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Absolutely. So now it's up to the service provider, okay? And at the station, of course, we need to be, you talk about it all the time, training the clients on the products that we're using.
That's correct.
Right?
Very
Not
important.
only telling them what it is and how to use it, but what do you think about having the client get interactive with the product.
I think it's key.
Yeah.
So actually, like, more than just putting it in their hands?
Yeah, see, that's what we used to do.
Yes,
that's
right.
as far as we used to go, right?
Right.
Put it in their hand and let them touch it, smell it, lick it, love it, whatever they do.
Well, I find one of the first things they always do would smell it.
Exactly.
It's always after about the fragrance.
Exactly, but we're going to have them get interactive. So maybe the stylist, if they're truly teaching that client on how to use the product, why don't we take a little bit, show them how to work it in their hands, show them how to work it through a section, and then let them get interactive and just repeat that on another section so you can see how they would use it at home.
You know what I love about that, Kristie, is the fact that it's sometimes misapplication of a product, why a client or a guest may not like a product. And I love, because that's part of the educational process and it's part of the closing process of the retail. Okay, so the idea is this, is also in terms of product recommendation. Because a lot of times I found when I had my salon, a lot of my stylists were misrecommending the improper product and things like that. Okay, so if a client doesn't like a product, you close a sale, they took it and they didn't like it. Any hot tips for us on that?
Well, I think most salons guarantee their products.
Yes, thank you.
You know, the problem with that is that if we stood in the parking lot in a reality show, okay,
yes.
and we just had the cameras running and a microphone in our hands, and we watched people walk out of a salon and said, does your salon guarantee their products? What do you think clients would say?
They didn't tell me if they did or not.
They don't know.
Yeah, they don't know.
So are we missing something?
Yes, we are.
Absolutely, because they need to know that we stand behind our education, our product, and that if they don't get the right look, they can come back in with it. We'll have another lesson, or we'll exchange it for a product that they like.
Awesome.
But no one knows about the guarantee. So that really kind of brings us to closing. We need to talk about the guarantee. We need to educate during the appointment. But then here's a key thing that we can do. We educate and then we write down the products that we used. Now, you know you're going to use what? 3 to 6 products between hair care and styling, right? At least. And so you're going to write down that menu of products on maybe your service ticket. Circle the product you would like them to start with. Because now I think a client wants at least one thing.
You
right?
bet.
We know they want at least one thing to play with when they go home, but maybe they can't buy all of them right now. So if we write that down, hand it to the front desk, another love note for the front desk. The front desk now has a script that says, I see that Jackie recommended some products for you today. The one that she's highly recommending that you start with is Redken Rewind. Can I show you what that is?
Interesting.
Yeah.
That is great. Kristie, it's always a pleasure having you stop by the studio. And once again, I understand that you have some awesome DVDs.
I do.
Awesome. And I am so, so proud to announce that you can now get those DVDs on samvia.com. We partner together to have those DVDs available. That's how important we feel that you have the proper salon sense. And who better to get the salon sense from than Kristie Valenzuela. Also going to invite you to visit her website, crystalfocus.com, for some more hot tips and another great resource for you to grow your business. Kristie, thank you so much for what you do for this industry, because you're awesome. And occasionally, you need to be told that.
Aw,
thank you, my dear.
Thank you.
We'll see you again sometime.
All right, Sam, thanks.
Thank you.